Okay, hello there, internet people. This is your good buddy Rue, helping you figure out what to buy when you go back to the comic book store this week. And you're like, I wonder if there's anything good last week that I should have gotten. Or I wonder if there's anything from last week that I'm glad I avoided. Well, let's get started. Detective Comics Annual number 11. Basically, just like with the Batman Annual, if you like Azrael, buy it. If you don't give a flying rat's ass about Azrael, don't buy it. I'm in the second category. Batman 691. Now, don't tell anybody I said this, but I like Two-Face's Batman costume there. It's two colors. He's Two-Face. It's fun. I like it. I think it's interesting. Batman 691, which I think might be Winnick's last issue this time around, is actually pretty good. I think that it does a very good job of separating Dick from Bruce as Batman. It convinces Grayson that he needs to be Batman his own way. Gets rid of the cave, moves everything. It gets rid of a lot of the kitsch that's a holdover from the Silver Age. Again, I liked it. I understand why some people wouldn't. Green Lantern Corps number 41. As we can see, it's a Blackest Night tie-in, which means dead people come back and hurt living people, and then living people become dead people, and then they come back and hurt more living people. What happens in this issue is Sinestro's daughter and Sinestro team up to fight the Black Lanterns. Then some Black Lantern babies show up to fight Sinestro and Sinestro's daughter, whose name is something like, hold on, I wrote it down here, Sanuk or something like that. Basically, the most important part here is Sanuk helps her boyfriend Kyle fight off one of his dozens of dead girlfriends. I'm not sure if it was the fridge girlfriend. You need to ask Gail Simone about that. XMen Forever number 9. By this point in time, either you're reading this book or you're not. You're liking this book or you're not. The only real thing that you need to know about this one, a critique, is Daisy Dugan is drawn as if Frank Miller hates women. He's not the artist on this book. Just the one shot of Daisy Dugan reminds me so much of Frank Miller. And in this case, it's when he thinks that this woman should be ugly, and Daisy Dugan is hideous. Incredible Hercules, number 136. If you don't know what I mean when I say Kid Zeus, you're missing out. Incredible Hercules is one of the best fun books on the stands. And this issue, again, 136, might just be one of the better Thor stories I've read in a long time. And watching Thor try to avoid explaining sex to 10-year-old Kid Zeus was hilarious. And you should go out and just buy this issue if you're not reading it already. Uncanny X-Men 516. Magneto's back. Yippee. I understand. Well, first of all, it's a Greg Land issue, so fair warning. If you can figure out what movies or wrestlers or porn stars he traced this time around, you get a cookie. And everybody likes a good cookie. Magneto's back. A lot of people are sick and tired of Magneto being a good guy or bad guy. My main concern is, how is Cyclops gonna convince the world that the mutant island, whatever it's called, is for peaceful purposes if Magneto's around? Don't most people still think he just destroyed New York? Didn't he just destroy New York? Or was that not Zorn? Somebody on the internet correct me and tell me who in canon destroyed New York a couple years ago, because I honestly don't remember how they retconned Wolverine chopping off Magneto's head. Angel Only Human issue 3. Sucks. House of Mystery Annual number 1. I hope that this is the last issue from DCBS I get of House of Mystery, if only because this was a great issue. If you want to try out House of Mystery, if you're just in the mood for a one-off anthology book of horror stories, pick up House of Mystery Annual number 1, especially if you are currently reading quite a few Vertigo books. It does a very good job of bringing in those writers and tying everything together. I really, really like this annual. Usually annuals I think are throwaways. I don't even know why I'm buying them anymore. I'm really glad I picked this one up. It's the Halloween special. Fables number 89. If you're not reading this in floppies, hopefully that means you're reading it in trades. If you're not reading it in trades or floppies, you're silly, and I have no idea why you're not reading Fables. I'm not going to spoil this for you. Basically, the only thing I'm going to say, and this might be a spoiler, is Buffkin the Monkey will kick your ass. DMZ number 46. Much like with Fables, if you're not reading DMZ, you are doing this at the detriment of your own soul. There's no reason on God's green earth that I don't see why people aren't picking up Fables or DMZ. This is a great issue, like almost every single issue has been. I just read it. Read DMZ. I don't know why you're not yet. Moving on to possibly the most important book of our time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about Deadpool number 900. First of all, I understand if you don't like Deadpool. I'm not even going to get into that right now. But if this whole 900 thing right here is really bothering you, you need to realize you read comic books. Stop taking everything so seriously. Next, look at this. Look how thick this book is. This is 104 pages of comic book bliss. $4.99. Giant-sized Old Man Logan was, 24 pages of story, 8 pages of a cover gallery that we already had most of them because we bought the issues for $4.99. 30 pages for $4.99? 104 pages for $4.99. And at least 80 of these pages are new stories. Basically, fuck you, Marvel, for your Old Man Logan bullshit. Getting back to Deadpool 900. I'd actually write this down. Here we go. We have Jason Aaron, Charlie Hewson, Joe Kelly, Kyle Baker, and Rob Liefeld teaming up with a bunch of other people to bring you a bunch of new stories. On their own, actually, except for Jason Aaron's, which I think is very weak. Each story holds up very well. Joe Kelly and Rob Liefeld's team up is getting most of the praise that I've seen, and I understand the initial draw to that story. Honestly speaking, I think that Charlie Hewson and Kyle Baker's One Down and Mike Benson and Damian Scott's Shrunken Master, I think that's the name of it, there was a weird font going on, are better stories in the long run. But no matter what you want out of life, Deadpool 900 has it for you. You have Deadpool versus Doc Ock in a ping pong match. You have a dated and incorrect parody of CSI. And you have minds being blown up in a great silent story, which actually references the fact that it's a silent story. This is a good book, even if you don't collect Deadpool on a regular basis, for a one-issue Deadpool, buy Deadpool 900. Hell, you probably wasted $5 last month on giant-sized Old Man Logan. Go actually spend $5 on something that's worth $5. Oh, and it came out when it was solicited. Go team. Now, moving on to something that I picked up last week on a whim. It is called The Stuff of Legend. This is The Stuff of Legend number 1 of 2. I honestly don't know when this book initially came out. This is a second printing, and the reason I'm talking about this today is tomorrow, or whatever Wednesday is, Stuff of Legend number 2 comes out. Buy these books. Hopefully your comic book shop has issue 1. Again, this is a second printing, so it seems to me that it should be in stock. This is just a wonderful story. It might be the best new-to-me comic book I've read this year. I put it above Irredeemable for a new book. Basically, the gist is the boogeyman comes and kidnaps a kid, and it's up to his stuffed animals and his toys and his puppy to go into the dark to rescue him. It sounds really hokey, but it's actually really cool. The art is gorgeous. Look at this. I don't know. It's just, it pulls in your heartstrings. It's a really good book. It sucks you in. The suspension of disbelief is beautiful. I cannot say enough good things about this book. It's, again, $4.99, but for an independent press and for the quality of art you're getting in this, I think it's completely worth it. If you ignored everything I've ever said in any review, if you still buy Angel, if you think Nova still sucks, if you didn't pick up any Darkhawk, if for whatever reason you're not reading Fables, if you've ignored everything, don't ignore me this time. Pick up the Stuff of Legend, 1 and 2, or I guess wait for trade. I'm not sure how they're going to collect this. It's a 2-issue miniseries. From what I understand, they're going to do a volume a year. So this is the first year of it. Again, from what I understand, issue 2 comes out tomorrow or Wednesday, whatever the day is, the 21st. Pick it up, buy it. Again, the Stuff of Legend. I don't know why I'm hovering on it. Also get Deadpool 900 because it'll make your life better. And that's it. I think I solved some of the sound problems, but internet people, enjoy your day. Later.